So with today's video, I gotta say, man, I'm a little worried now. I'm officially worried because Donald Trump, our president, has officially gone through with a. I honestly thought we were past this. I actually did. I didn't think this was even going to come back, but it turns out it did. Now, you guys remember a while ago, we talked about this on the RGD podcast about the possibility of next-gen consoles being tariffed by 10%, which could lead to them costing more. Well, it turns out President Donald Trump actually came out on Twitter with a tweet, and this is what he had to say. He stated, and I quote, "During the talks, the U.S. will start on September 1st, putting a small additional tariff of 10% on the remaining $300 billion of goods and products coming from China into our country. This does not include the $250 billion already tariffed at 25%. Now, if you look at that by default, you're going, okay, some of you might not be aware about this, right? You're like, okay, well, this might not be that big of a deal. Unfortunately, guys, this is not only going to affect next-gen consoles, it's going to affect smaller businesses, and guess what? It's even going to affect your phones at this rate. Now, a lot of you might be looking like, well, how will it affect us? Well, we're going to be paying more. You see, a lot of people are getting mixed. Like, the thing about Donald Trump, from what I'm gathering, right? He's getting tariffs and taxes mixed up. You see, tariffs at the end of the day are basically an increase to how much you're paying for a product in the long run. That's how much you're paying for a product, an additional cost, right, for the product. Whereas taxes are just a typical, I guess you could say fine that you get, that you pay, but that eventually comes back, every year that you get back. But that's basically what that is, right? You get that. This whole situation is not only insane, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Now, y'all know me. I haven't been the greatest Donald Trump supporter at all. I don't necessarily talk positive about him, right? Whenever I get a chance to, I don't necessarily talk positive about him, but I don't dedicate this channel to him, so don't get me mixed up with anybody else. I don't dedicate this channel to slandering anybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. But I will admit, though, the situation involving Mr. Trump and this announcement, all it's going to do is create more problems than what it's worth. This makes the poor poorer, or the poor poorer, and it makes the rich richer. And small businesses are going to be affected by this very heavily. Now, how will this affect the next-gen console? I know a lot of you are automatically thinking, how will this affect next-gen consoles? Number one, increase prices on the actual console. That's the first thing, right? But this is actually putting us in the start of the PlayStation 3 generation. You remember the PlayStation 3 launched at $600. It was at $600, and of course, it was at a very limited supply. It was damn near impossible to get your hands on a PlayStation 3 at the start of the generation. They sold out in record times. You had people fighting and shooting each other over these damn systems. I guarantee you, if this continues, you will see Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo look at other countries to sign contracts with to sell. I promise you, that's what you will see. Okay, you're going to see less and less Sony and Microsoft manufacturing a lot of these systems, and instead they're going to cut back on manufacturing these systems to alleviate the cost, of course, of this courtesy of this increase. They're going to be doing that. And this is definitely going to be the thing. Some people look at that and go, oh, there's no way this is going to carry over. I wouldn't say that, guys. I would not say this at all. I would not say that. We don't know how long this, a certain thing might go on, right? We don't know how long it's going to go on. But the fact that this announcement was even made, well, again, it has affected even the U.S. stock market. It not only dropped, but a lot of people are reacting to this like, are you serious right now? Why are you doing this now? A lot of people are looking at this announcement as if it's, or looking at it as petty as it is. And some people are even caught up in this whole tariff war, and they actually believe that, what Donald Trump is doing is right, and that we should indeed be fighting with these companies, which are not companies, but we should be fighting with China to make them bend a knee because we believe that our products and whatnot are superior than China. Now, this is where I have a problem with again. And again, this is up for debate, I guess you can say. But I'm going to ask everybody, every last one of you in the chat, how many products that you own, do you own in your home that are actually legit made in the U.S. versus those that are actually made in China? That's a good question. How many products do you own in your home that are legit made in the US versus those that are made in China? This is where the argument and the stupidity lies. And I really do call this stupidity, because we're really arguing over who has the better, products in this regard. China has been our go-to country when it comes to good products like this for the longest. Microwaves, cars, refrigerators. It has been our go-to. Like, they literally been our go-to. They've been dropping some of the most insane stuff that we possibly think of, and we've been buying. So let's not act like, oh, the U.S. has been dropping these bangers when it comes to XYZ, because they haven't been dropping all that. Sure, they have options, but it's mostly made up of China right now. China owns the majority of that stuff that we buy. It's made in China. Cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Cell phones are big, are really mostly made in China here. Majority of them made in China. There are exceptions of those made in the U.S., but majority of us who own cell phones, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are made in China, especially when we talk about iPhones and whatnot. These are made in China. And again, with this tariff and whatnot increase, who's to say that those will not be increased and you'll be paying more on those phones? This affects us, and not only gaming, but it affects everybody. And I don't understand how anybody can sit here and make it seem like, oh, it's all sunshine and rainbows. I know a lot of people believe that it might not affect them because they might live in different countries. But again, it might very well affect you as well, because, it's the same thing. It might affect you as well. It's not just going to be like locked to the U.S. I'm pretty sure this will carry over to other countries. Easily it will carry over to other countries. So, it's bad, man. It's a bad announcement. This is bad. And looking at this, I don't see anything getting better at this rate. I don't see anything getting better. I mean, hell, you got damn websites got pre-orders for PlayStation 5 for $1,000. I mean, you guys do the math. How much are these consoles going to be worth, man, with increases like this? Come on, man. You really think Sony's going to take a hit, or Microsoft's going to take a hit on the console to make sure that console is like at $400 or whatnot? Nah. They're either going to take a hit on the hardware, like crazy, not insane hit, but they'll take a small hit on the hardware, sure. But no company's going to take a huge hit on a product just to sell it to you. No, that's suicide. Nobody's going to do that. None. So it's a lot to take in, man. It's a lot to take in, and it sucks, but that's what's going on. And I don't even know what to say at this point. I really don't. Really don't know what to say. I guess we'll talk about this tomorrow as well for the RGT. Obviously China Joy happened, so we'll go over that tomorrow, everything. So I will see you guys on the RGT podcast for everything else game related. But right now, this definitely need to be said. I want to say shout out to Big Mike for the update on this, because it definitely needs to be talked about. So thank you. And hope you guys enjoy the video. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is definitely some pretty insane news. Definitely some insane news. So let me know what you guys think, all right? This is Big Cloud Gaming. I will see you guys tomorrow for the RGT podcast at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So hit that bell icon so you don't miss it. And you join us live, and we'll have a good conversation, all right? But, yeah, I'm definitely going to sign on out of here. Y'all want y'all to be blessed. Y'all be easy. And y'all take care. All right? I'm out of here. Deuces.